I'm your guide, and I'm here to help you increase your mobility, flexibility, and strength to give you that athletic edge with little tweaks that can make a huge difference in your performance and whatever sport you do. Hi there. This class is for your hips, which we need a lot since we're always sitting in structured chairs, but we're also going to get into a little bit of spinal rotation as well. So you do need just a yoga mat. First thing we're gonna do is start opening up the hips, but I want you to think tall spine. So placing the palms behind you, bringing the feet wide, lifting the chest, fingers turned out, and make sure when you pivot the knees over to the right that there's enough space, they're not hitting into each other. Keep your chest lifted, and then pivot over to the left and to the right. Chest lifted and to the right. So you're just hammering the legs side to side. We're going to change this up in a minute, and I want you to pay attention, that body awareness of the independence of the right and left side. So here's what I mean. We're over to the left. Now very slowly start to lift the right. How much can you open it without the left moving? There's a certain point where it's going to move less, and you'll get a nice groin stretch right there. Okay, and now slowly pivot over to the right, keep your chest lifted, and the same thing. Keep the feet in kind of like a soft dorsiflex position, and slowly lift the right leg and open, keep your chest lifted. How does that feel with the opening? You're just doing one thigh bone at a time, and slowly pivot over to the left. Okay, last one, we're going to do one more each. Lift the right thigh. How much can you open? Keep pressing that left knee and foot down. A little bit more dorsiflexion. And now slowly draw the foot up and down. Keep the chest lifted. And now left. Pivot up, open. And notice if you're shaking in this position, how much can you keep pushing with your muscles? Keep pushing the right thigh bone, knee, and foot down, and the left knee out to the side, and then slowly pivot. Okay, now we're gonna stay toward the left and work on that 90-90 position. This is so essential for, getting into the hips and being in this pose upright versus falling back or falling forward. It's usually falling back. So I want you to really work on the positioning. So the back thigh is coming out of the hip. It's not here, it's not back here, it's 90 degrees. So 90 and 90. And just keep adjusting. Now, just see what it's like to sit up tall and face forward. And use your fingertips to help you balance and be in the position. Now, I can tell you right now, I can drive a truck right through underneath my right sit bone. Hopefully that'll change. And then I want you to take your right palm on your hip and see if you can lower that thigh bone down without the left knee lifting up. So pivoting down. Yeah, there's a little bit less space, and keep opening up that thigh bone, pivoting down. Can you sit up tall in this position? And there's probably some shaking. I'm feeling it in different places, but see what's going on for you. And notice, can you get a truck underneath, or is it a little bit less or a lot less? Okay, one more breath. And slowly come back up. And now we're gonna pivot 90-90 over toward the right. Again, adjust the feet and the legs because it's easy for them to move, and I really want you to get the full benefit. So this side is shockingly easier to an extent. Okay, so now, first thing, turn the torso over to the right and really get that thigh bone down. This could go down a little bit more. Just make sure when you're pressing, you can get close to the knee joint. I just don't think it's great to press on the joint. They're so complex. So just work on pressing the thigh bone down, keeping both feet active. And again, Can you drive a truck underneath your back hamstrings, sit bone area, or is there less space? There's a lot less space. Now we're gonna go even deeper. Place the palm on the right thigh and the outer left hip, and can you drive it down, keeping the torso tall? You should feel that engagement all through that side hip, breathing into the whole position, the front leg and the back leg. Okay, now we're going to release this for a moment and come into a little bit of a Z sit. So actually, let's go over to the left side first. We started there. So now the foot is closer to the glute, right foot is closer to the glute, the sit bone is down a little bit more, and the left foot is next to the knee. Slowly rotate over toward the left. Now to twist, unless you have a very long torso, your sit bone, right sit bone is going to lift. So rotate over toward the left. Push with both palms. I'm actually pushing my right forearm into my thigh. Breathe into that spinal twist. Keep the chest lifted, so don't collapse the spine. Keep the chest lifted, pushing strong with both arms, and then look over your left shoulder. And breathe into the belly, into your waist, into your lower back. And you're resisting with the palms. And slowly release back to center. All you're going to do is pivot over to the other side. So the Z sit is just a little bit closer in, so with the feet and the legs. And maybe your sit bones are down more, which is what we're working towards in 90-90. Okay, so now inhale and exhale. Twist over toward the right. Lift that left sit bone and really strong arms to push, rotate the spine, lift your chest. Spread the fingers wide, breathing into the belly, the obliques, the lower back. And then slowly look over your right shoulder. Stay with your breath. And now slowly release, come back to center. Okay, we're gonna go over to the left now, but we're gonna come back into that 90 position, but changing it up. So start with, you can keep the back knee a little bit more bent. Start with the left knee 90 degrees. We're going to kind of work backwards. Start to straighten out the right leg. Keep the toes curled. You're going to need those toes. And I want you to use your hand to really wrap your fingers underneath the quad to pull so the back of the knee is facing up. We're trying to get this hip to face the mat. Okay. So right now I'm very heavy onto that left hip. I'm obviously tighter on this side. See what's coming up for you. But I want you to keep working on drawing this right hip forward and down. Keep the foot dorsiflexed, chest forward. Now we're going to oscillate. So you're just going to be rocking the hip side to side. Trying to go deeper into getting that right hip down. And it's intense. This is very intense. Stay with your breath. If you don't find this intense, I'm very happy for you. Keep your chest lifted, but everything is working. The torso, the back leg and foot, the left leg, working very strongly in this position. Okay, now slowly become still. We're going to go even deeper. Come onto your forearms, and I want you to actively push that right hip forward and down. So I'm still pretty tight, so my left forearm is on the floor. It's not on the mat because I'm tighter on the left side. We'll see about the right side. Okay, keep the foot engaged on the left. Pull your chest forward so you're like in a Sphinx position. Stay active with the right toes curled, and then lift the knee and push through the heel. Feel that quad and top of the hip flexor stretch. Can you keep pushing through that right heel? Push back as you pull. There's lots of directions. Pulling that right hip forward and down. Go for one more breath. And now slowly release, come onto your palms, and we're just gonna go right over to the right side. I hope you're feeling all of this like I am. Okay, now again, set up, right leg is 90 degrees, start to wiggle those left toes back, and keep squaring the hips. This side is a little bit easier, and take your palm and reach under, keep pulling. You're trying to get that quad, so the back of the knee is facing up, the hamstring is facing up. Pull your torso forward, keep the toes curled. And then again, start to oscillate, rock side to side, staying with your breath, getting into that position. And how does it feel with the left hip coming forward and down? So the whole point is that the thigh bone should move independently of your hips, your pelvis. But when we sit in chairs or sit in a structured format in a chair, it limits us greatly. So the more you're playing on the floor, this is going to help you. Okay, so now become still and start to walk the palms forward, lowering down onto your forearms. And if you're not on your forearms, you can also be like this. Just hug the elbows in and just work on this position, and maybe you'll get a little bit lower. You could also use blocks too. Okay, so now from this position, keep reaching your chest forward. And now keep pulling that left hip forward and down, dorsiflex the right foot, and lift the left knee. And just little pulses forward and back. Keep pulling that left hip forward and down as you push through that left heel. Try not to collapse the shoulders. And see how that right hamstring is doing as well. Slowly lower the knee. Come onto your palms. And now slowly lower down into your sit bones and a straddle. And just keep using your fingertips to push your pelvis forward and kneecaps up. And now just tense your fingers and lift your chest and just see how it feels to sit in this position. Stay with your breath. Keep the kneecaps up, toes pointing out, chest lifted so you're working on a tall spine and a little bit of an anterior pelvic tilt. And start to hinge the torso forward and feel that inner thigh stretch and come back up. We're not going for the deepest fold. Just work on the relationship to your upper body and lower body. And one more. And now slowly come back up. Can bring the legs in a little bit and pulse the knees up and down. Okay, and then slowly release. And that's it. I hope you were happy with how you were feeling, even though there was a lot of intensity, but maybe you were very enlightened to what's going on with your hips, feeling everything in your hips. I invite you to try this as often as you can. This is to help you with all your athletic adventures. So whatever you're working on, we need mobile hips. It's going to help us with falling and balance and everything else we want to do in life, whether it's sports or even just getting up and off the floor. Okay, let me know below how you feel and how it went for you. And you can do this class as often as you need. I'll see you next time. Now remember, I'm here to help you increase your mobility, your flexibility, and your strength to give you that athletic edge. Making little tweaks can make a huge difference in your performance in whatever sport you do. I'll see you next time.